If you're wondering why your manifestation have not come in, then I need you to ask yourself these questions. Do you feel worthy or deserving of what you're asking for? In most cases, most people say yes. But if you ask for something and you immediately go to a place of, I'm never lucky, never get blessed with anything, then really you're going against what it is that you're asking for. So deep down in your subconscious, you are literally telling God, you're telling the universe, I'm not worthy of what I'm asking for. So you may need to adjust how you're thinking about that. 2, what are you willing to give? You know, a lot of times we're asking for something, but we're not in a position to where we feel that we need to do anything for that. And energy works well when there's no restriction in the flow. If you have a problem with being a giving person, and I don't mean giving from a place of lack, I mean giving from a place of overflow. It doesn't have to be financial. It doesn't have to be your last. None of those things. But just being a kind and giving person. If you're a kind and giving person, more than likely you are creating a flow of abundance because you are allowing what you have to be free. And you're also freeing your hands to receive. So it goes both ways. Energy should flow. It should not be restricted. Also, have you created that space? You know, are you grateful? And what I mean by creating spaces, say for instance, you're asking God to bless you with a wife, but you're still holding on to karmic Karen because she's a ride or die and she's the one who's going to take your stuff, but you haven't appreciated and you haven't had gratitude for the last 3 good women that God sent you. Okay, so think about that. If you're asking for God to bless you with something, but you're trying to fill that void on your own, then what do you need your blessing for? Let that go so you can receive that. God is not going to bring you treasures when you're holding on to trash. Another thing too, some blessings, some manifestations require adjustments. They require adjustments. They require inspired action. For instance, if you're asking to be blessed with a home, but you haven't gone out and looked for the house, you haven't positioned yourself to get the house, you haven't talked to the realtor, you haven't signed the paperwork, you got the keys to the house, and you're not turning it and walking through it, you're not going to get it. And when I say the keys to the house, I don't necessarily mean just a house in itself. That could be in any instance. That might be in your business where you're not taking the inspired action in order to receive that. God blesses us all day with so many things that we will never receive because our hands aren't open to taking that first step of inspired action. So your blessings will be sitting right there at the door, waiting for you to turn that key. Also, too, we have to get out of the habit of thinking that blessings are just going to fall out of the sky. Realize that you, because you've got God in you, you are the blessing. And once you understand that, you will start to attract more. Be blessed.